This is the book that I'll be reviewing for this video, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start with the title, Word Search Puzzles Book. So that is on your cover here, however, I don't think that's grammatically correct. So I don't think you need the word puzzles in there, and you also don't need this period. So just Word Search Book. You do have on your cover for adults large print and Word 2200. So I think this has to be like Words 2200 and maybe add a comma in there. And for adults, large print, that's probably fine, but you don't have it in your title anywhere. So I would be capitalizing on those keywords. The rest of it says with over 109 puzzles, 2,200 words. So it's fine if you want to add like how many puzzles you have. So with over 109 puzzles is fine, and 2,200 words is fine, but I would make it more grammatically accurate. So I'd probably add a comma between the twos here. I would take all the periods out. I don't think you want to have any periods in your title. And I would also edit the capitalization because the W in words here isn't capital where it is on the rest of the words. But you have a good start here and a good idea. So this would probably be something like word search book, or if you really want to have puzzles, like maybe word search puzzle book for adults with over 109 puzzles, 2,200 words, and then maybe like a comma, large print, something like that. That might flow just a little bit better. But you do have a good basis here, and you do have the words written properly, as in like you can only have words that are on your cover in your title, and you do have that. So that's good. Moving on to your author name, I'm guessing this is your own personal name, and that's totally fine if you want to use your own name. However, I do recommend for different activity books, a lot of times people use a pen name, and it can just kind of, I don't know if it really helps sales. It's said to help sales. So like that might be something you want to do, because if someone is deciding between two books and they're like, oh, this is from like the Puzzle Maker Company, which you can't have that as your pen name because that includes a keyword. But for example, if some company had that name or your name, which I don't want to try to pronounce your name because I'm afraid I'll mess it up, then they might go with the Puzzle Maker one just because they might think that's more of like a LLC or some sort of business. But it's totally fine if you want to use your own name. I would maybe capitalize the first letters in your name just to make it a little bit more fancy. I did look, you do have an author page, which is great. So awesome job. And you have tons of books on there. So congratulations. I know these are not easy to make. So kudos to you. But I did not see like any sort of about the author section. I could have missed it. But if you don't have it, I recommend adding something like that. This book was published December 14th, 2022. So it's still fairly new. It's about 3 months old. Let's move down to the description here. So I wouldn't have description here at all. Like I would just like completely delete that because people should know that this is the description. So I don't think you need to tell them. With these fun A4 crossword puzzle books, which I know A4 means something for crossword books, and I'm not super familiar what it actually means. So it's fine to have it in there. I just honestly don't really know what it means. So I don't know if it's accurate, but that's just because I haven't done a ton of research on word search books or anything like that, at least not yet. So it is time to relax and take it easy for a while, suitable for use at home or on holiday. There are 110 word search puzzles in this bumper book. It has 2,200 words, which is a must-have for any word game enthusiast. As a result, you'll be able to test your observation skills. This pocket-sized puzzle book. Oh, so this is pocket-sized. So this is something I would definitely... Okay, hold on. So this says right here, this pocket-sized puzzle book. So just a few notes. So like one, if you have a keyword like that, I would probably add it into your title because I think that's going to get you like a lot more search results. But also looking down here at your dimensions, 8.5 by 11, that is definitely not pocket size. That is like a really big size. So I'm not sure if maybe you got this from another book that you created. I would definitely go in and edit that because KDP will sometimes flag things like this if you write a thing in your description that isn't actually true to what the book is, and I don't want you to risk getting your account terminated or suspended or anything like that. So you might have used this from one of your other books, so I would just go in and make sure that you edit that because 8.5 by 11 is not pocket size. If you meant to do pocket size, then you can go ahead and re-upload your interior and cover. It lets you do that and edit it, and you can change the size. So just a pretty big note there. over 2,200 puzzles and solutions. So I think he meant to do like words here because you have 110 puzzles, so you don't have over 2,200 puzzles. So I would probably change that to words. Pocket sized, again, I think you probably might have used this from another book you had. I definitely do that with mine if they're similar and I'll edit it, but this is not pocket size. This is 8.5 by 11. So I would definitely fix that, as some people might get upset and KDP might, again, kind of flag your account. Remove stress. Let all your stress melt away by working through these satisfying puzzles. That's great. Expand your knowledge. That's great. So those are some pretty big tips I have for that. I'm just going to scroll down real quick. So it looks like it hasn't sold yet, although sometimes, like, I've had a book sell and it doesn't show up the BSR here, but like it says in my dashboard that it sold. So maybe you did have a sale, but according to this, there's no BSR, and that's okay. Some things take time. Some books just take longer to sell. Your pricing, $6.99. I will get to that when we look at your keyword and look at some of your competitors. So let's look at your cover here. I think you have a great idea. This brain here with like the lamp is unique and different. I haven't seen that before. Word search puzzles book, word 2,200 for adults, large print. So honestly, I would change this word 2,200 here because I don't really get what it means. Like I get you're trying to say there's 2,200 words, but I would probably add a comma and maybe change word to words. And I'm not sure if the color scheme works. There's like a lot of different colors going on and it's really hard to see. Same for adults large print. It's really hard to see. I also think maybe take this gray out that's on the bottom. Like maybe just have it all back. I like the different color on the top. Also, I'm not sure why book is capitalized, but the rest isn't. Like just the first letter is, but book is all capital, and same with word. So I would maybe just go through and like revamp your cover a little bit. It's definitely a great start. And again, like I really like this lamp brain idea here. Like that's really cool and different. And then I just want to look at the back real quick. I don't have any issue with the back. Like, honestly, I would probably show some of the interior of the book. Like, I'm not sure if this is from some other website or if you created it yourself or if this is from your book. But if it's not, I would probably add some from the actual interior. This might be. I'm not really sure if it is or not, but that is one suggestion I have. And again, these are all suggestions and I really don't want to upset anyone. I think it's fantastic that you published a book. It's so hard to do puzzle books. They take forever. So I definitely applaud you on that. And I'm just trying to offer some solutions to hopefully get you some more sales. So let's take a look at the interior here. Word search puzzles book. So I would, again, probably just change that to either like word search book or puzzle book or word search puzzle book maybe. Looks like you have a section for their name. That's completely fine. And it just, of course, exit out. The look inside feature like does not always work on my laptop. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just like an Amazon thing or if it's my laptop, but this is what it does. It just keeps going out. So let's try this again because I think the interior is very important, especially because you do have the look inside features that people will look. So one note I have is that looking at this puzzle, I have no idea what the word searches are about. So from your title and your description and cover, like I have no idea. Like, are these going to be themed? Are they going to be random? Like, I honestly don't know. So looking at your interior, you have the name and date at the top, which I'm not sure if you need because I'm assuming the same person's going to put their name on this page here, and you probably don't need that on the rest of them. So this seems to be like games, I'm guessing. One comment is I'm not sure, like this might be copyright. Like Fortnite is a very popular game. I'm not sure if you'd have the rights to be selling that. And down here, I would just make sure everything's the same. So this is all lowercase and those are all capital. Jackson's spelling words, I honestly have no idea what that means. Like, is that some like famous person or some sort of game I don't know about? I honestly could just not know. but I would capitalize the S in spelling and the W in words, and I'm guessing then all those words are like from that. Week 29 group 4 word search. So again, I have no idea what this means. I'm not sure if maybe you took this from some sort of other programs and these were the names. If so, like I would definitely change the names if you can, if you have like the rights to use these. And yeah, again, same thing. I probably wouldn't have the name or date. And down here, I don't think rainiest is a word. It might be, honestly. It might be a word. Cloudiest. I'm going to have to look that up after. But I don't think some of these are actually words in the English dictionary. And like, English may not be your first language, and that's totally fine. But if it's not, I mean, even I struggle with English, and it's my first language sometimes. It's just such a hard language. I would recommend hiring somebody from like Fiverr Upwork just to go over your words and make sure that they all make sense. So it also looks like there's different sizes here. So this word search here, those are smaller. Like if you look at the words overall, and this one, like look how much bigger they are. So since this is supposed to be large print, I would probably make them all this size. And again, with the title, I just don't really know what it means, but I like how all of these are the same. Like they're all lowercase. You can either do all lowercase, all uppercase. So this may also be steering people away from your book because they just don't really, it doesn't really flow super well. Like you have some great ideas here, but they may have wanted big print and or large print, and this seems to be the only one that's large print, or maybe they want a theme. I'm not sure. But you have a really great start, and doing word search puzzles are not easy. So I think you can definitely revamp this and hopefully start to get sales. So moving on to the keyword, the only word you put in was word search puzzles book. So that's the only word I searched, and it has 10,000 results, a score of 37. So not very good, unfortunately. It looks like there are 20 independently published on the first page, which is good. The bestsellers rank average is 38,000 though, so highly, highly competitive. I mean, the high is 205,000. That's usually what you want for around an average, or a little higher than what you want for an average. But a low is 593. Like, that's insane. That is incredible. So I'm just going to scroll down a bit, and we're going to look at some of these word search puzzles here. That one's sponsored. This one's ranked 7,000, has 190 reviews. Like, that's a lot. This one's 9,000. So this is a highly, highly competitive niche. So if you're not running ads, that may also be an issue. And I'm not a huge ads person right now, as you may know if you follow my channel. However, for certain niches, I feel ads are necessary to get your book kind of out there and in front of people. And this niche is highly, highly competitive. Like, looking at the keyword that you sent me, it's going to be almost impossible to rank on the first page without using ads, unless you niche down more. Maybe, like this person did fabulous decades, or, you might have to niche down, spring word search, try to do something a little different. Like, this is spring word search, large print for adults. Like, that is definitely more niche down. So you may have to try doing that. And I'm just going to look at the prices here. We have a wide range of prices. Some as low as like $3, some as much as $15. So honestly, I think your pricing's fair. I don't think your pricing is any sort of issue for you getting sales at all. But I think your niche needs some sort of help. And I'm not sure what other keywords you use, but I think you need to maybe just revamp them a bit, maybe niche down, kind of just go through and try to find a niche where you are going to make sales, but where you might not need to spend so much money on ads. Like, maybe one you could try to rank organically for. So I know that was a lot of information at once. And again, like, I really, really don't mean to offend anybody. So I really hope that everything I said came off with professionalism, and I'm truly just trying to help. That's all I'm trying to do, is help. You don't have to take any of my advice at all, but I greatly appreciate you submitting your book. I really love going through all of these and seeing everything you guys create, and it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time to even publish a book. So that is amazing you did that. You should be proud of yourself. And I really hope that you start getting sales soon. I know you have tons of other books, so hopefully you are already making sales. And I hope this was helpful. And if you're listening, or if this is your book and you want to submit another book, you can go ahead and do that for free. I have in the description below right now, I have a form where you can fill out pretty much any book you want. There's no limitations on how many books you can submit. I just do not guarantee that I will do a review on them. And you can go ahead and fill it out, and hopefully I will find the time to do that. But just keep in mind, it will probably be presented in a video just like this if I do decide to review it. So I appreciate all of your guys' support so much. I truly have an incredible subscriber base here, and I just really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope that you have a great day.